Hey YouTube, this is wrestlemania Spark Fan 62. Here is my review of going over the card for WrestleMania 41. Now, first we had Jey Uso versus Gunther. Now, this was kind of neat because it showed just how serious and silly Jey Uso can be with the yeeting and everything. And then Gunther just coming down the ring like normal. They had a very good match. So the Jey Uso got his WrestleMania moment, and beat Gunther. The next one is the New Day versus the War Raiders. Now this one was sort of like a last minute ordeal, but it still overall was decent for what it was. And the New Day won. The next is Naomi versus Jade. Now, this is going back to the angle they did earlier this year, comparing kind of like a whodunit, who pushed Jade off. So that was interesting. And Jade won. The next is El Grande Americana versus Rey Fenix. Now, originally it was supposed to be Rey Mysterio, but he got hurt. So Rey Fenix got his WrestleMania debut. But unfortunately, El Grande Americana won. The next one is Tiffany versus Charlotte. This one was good because Tiffany had to overcome a lot of Charlotte's ego problems, I should say. But then also Tiffany's entrance was cool because she came in like a Barbie box type thing. I know she talked about doing that in NXT, and it didn't happen. And to round off WrestleMania Night 1, which was Seth Rollins versus CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. Now, this one could have gone multiple ways, but it showed just how three can work together. And you weren't entirely sure what was going to happen because toward the end of the match, it showed Paul Heyman getting in the ring. And so at first you thought, oh, he's gonna take Punk's side. He low blow Punk. So you're like, okay. Then he went over to Roman Reigns. And you thought, oh, he's gonna go back to Roman Reigns, and so he's been playing Punk this whole time. Paul went behind Roman. And Paul low blowed Roman as well, but kind of did like a twisting motion type thing, and aligned with Seth. And I loved what the commentators were saying, like, Paul Heyman, you son of a, and all this other stuff. And so the winner was Seth Rollins for night 2. You had Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. Now, with this one in particular, this match showed how well all three of these women can work together. Io is a product of Japan, and so she knows a lot more of the Japanese style. While Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley are a product of WWE because they grew up in the WWE system. The other good thing about this match as well was Bianca, or Io Sky's family was there to see her live. And Io Sky won. Which also makes her the first Japanese wrestler to win at WrestleMania. The next one is Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest in a Sin City Street Fight. So this had your typical stuff like tables and kendo sticks and all this other jazz. But this turned out to be a lot better than a lot of people thought. And Drew McIntyre won. The next is Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor versus Braun Breaker versus Penta. Now this turned out to be a better match than a lot of people thought. And it's also showing the tension between Finn and Dominic Mysterio as Dom pinned Finn Balor. The next one is Randy Orton in an open challenge. And who answered but nobody than Joe Hendry from TNA. The pop for this was amazing. And the match only went around 3 minutes, but it showed how well they can work together. The next one was Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. Now, this one was okay, but this could have gone a lot more, but it still was not terrible. And Logan Paul won. Next one was the women's tag team for the tag team titles. It was originally Lyra and Bayley, but Bayley got hurt, so Lyra had to find a replacement. And Lyra found Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez, or whatever she wants to call herself. Becky pinned Liv Morgan, and so they became the new tag team champions. Only to relinquish them 24 hours later on Raw, as Liv and Raquel got their rematch. And for the main event of the show, you had John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Now, this one in particular was rather interesting because it was a good match up to about 2/3 of it, which then you had Travis Scott get into it. And I'm not saying Travis is a bad person, but it's just why. So Travis helped John Cena win. Overall, WrestleMania wasn't that bad for what it was. There were some good moments, and then there were some bad moments. But I am excited for what is to come.